Hello, this is me, Taimur Ali, and I will show you how to configure a router. If you are connecting your router to an existing modem or ISP gateway, then you probably already have a good idea of whether or not your internet is working, but it's always worth checking. A bad connection can make for a long and frustrating attempt and at router installation when there may be nothing wrong with that router itself. So first of all, this is a router I placed over here, and for this video I'm using this second router. My primary router is already connected to the internet, so for the configuration I will show you how to configure a router before connecting it to internet. So first of all, when you open the box, you will find some documentation or any kind of paper. Keep an eye out for specifically for any kind of stickers or slips of papers uh, which can give you a rather big amount of information to configure, and you can get the addresses, IP addresses of the router, interface, and its default username, which can be mentioned as well as on the back side of the router. As you can see over here, Wi-Fi name, mm, SSID password, and WPS pin, MAC ID, etc. Even you can see the router settings, default router settings, username, password. So connect it to power. Then to make things easier, I'm using my main router for configuration. As you can see, all these lights has to be blink once to check if your router is working or not. After, you will get the power button light, the WPS light, and if you have a good internet connection, you will see the light blinking over here. So we will start the configuration. I'm using this Cat6 cables for my network connection, and I will plug them one main line over here, and to configure I will connect the another wire over here. As you can see, it's mentioned internet over here, and these are the LAN ports. After connecting internet line, you can see this is blinking. It means it will get internet shortly, so you just have to wait few seconds, and that's it. Then you will get an internet line. Then you can configure with it a PC or a laptop. You can see now it's completely blue, from yellow to blue. Now my router is being connected to internet, so now I will move to configuration part. So to access my router's settings, I will put my router's IP, which I mentioned before. As you can see on your back of your router, there is a mention IP address. You can access your router settings by entering that IP address. So you can see I have opened my D-Link router setting page. Usually a router doesn't need a password to access its settings, but in my case I have to enter the password, which you can see at the back of your router. See, as you can see over here, I am connected to internet. Now this is internet and connection saying OK, and I have to set up my router. I will click over here, You can see status is enabled. Wi-Fi name, I set it already, so I will show you again how we can put it over here. You can see your MAC address, router IP address, IPv4 and IPv6 network. So I will go to this Wi-Fi settings. You can see two type of Wi-Fi over here, which is 2.4 gigs and 5 gigs. 2.4 is mainly used for small kind of emails, uh, document uploads and all. For 5 gigs, it's used for high streaming gaming. So you can go to settings. You can change your Wi-Fi SSID name. By default, my Wi-Fi SSID was D-Link 522E. I have changed it to SYED for 2 gigs, and for my primary 5 gigs I will put say 2 with the both same passwords. You have options to disable one of these if it's bothering you, and make sure your Wi-Fi is WPS PBC status enabled, otherwise it is easily crackable. So after doing that, save home, and that's it. You can see your Wi-Fi being used by 6 people, connected clients. You can either disconnect one of them if you want to. See over here, you can check the details of each clients. Thank you all.